What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, so we're on to final part of Consumer Psychology 2.5.3, aka 7.5.3, brand awareness and recognition. So put that down, 7.3. Brand awareness and recognition. Our first point here is going to be about brand recognition in children, including how kids acquire understanding of advertising via logo recognition. Let's say how kids understand advertising through logos. I'll take a drink of water real quick. All right. Okay. We have that, including a not a key study, so we don't care. And then we have brand awareness. Brand image and effective slogans. Types and functions. Guidelines. Okay. Nice. Well, let's get started. This one should be fast, I hope. We shall see. So, I have not looked at this yet. But here we go. Brand awareness and recognition. Let's just take a look at this psychology book first, and we just go over this briefly. So, brand recognition in children. Here, then we have our focus on Fisher, evaluated, whatever. Brand awareness, brand image, and effective slogans. Brand awareness, brand image, effective slogans, types of slogans, functions of slogans, guidelines for creating effective slogans, study, and that'll be it. So I don't know what this person was thinking when they made this, but I guess I'll be moving this upwards, and this is in black. What am I looking at, bro? These people did not finish this. This was the end of year project, by the way. Like, this was the end of our school year project. Yeah, whatever. Fine. Brand recognition is the extent to which consumers can correctly identify a brand based on visual indicators such as logo and color. Put that in here. Brand ACOG is the extent to which consumers can identify brand based on visuals. Children are also consumers, and although research on children is limited, studies have shown that even 3-year-olds can recognize brands too, even if they cannot give the name of the product. 3-year-olds recognize brands, I guess. Right? Health concerns have been raised in the 90s when it was shown that despite recognizing brands aimed at children better than those aimed at adults, 3-year-olds could recognize cigarette advertisements through logos, even though advertising cigarettes on excuse me, even though advertising cigarettes on children on television had been banned by the 90s, it was still allowed on billboards, sports sponsorships, blah, blah, blah. Some other writing refer to craziness, bro. What am I looking at? Okay. We don't care, we don't care, we don't care, we don't care, we don't care. Okay. It's fine. I guess that's it then. That was the speedy one. Okay, brand awareness. Brand name, logo, slogan are central to brand identity. Consumers' familiarity with with a particular product's brand identity is associated with its name and any other qualities which allows it to stand out from other brands. Consumer familiarity stems from man, sorry, still a bit sick. From name and standout qualities. Keeping the customers' brands familiarize them with the products and distribution stuff. Appealing to customers involves familiarizing the brand with them and distinguishing themselves from apart. We'll just say that's better. Link back to availability and recognition heuristic. So, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to press Control C, not Control V. What you just saw was the app data thingy for Discord cache. I was trying to clear my cache. Okay, the availability heuristic leads people to judge the likelihood of events based on how easily they come to mind, while the recognition heuristic involves making inferences based on whether an item is recognized, assuming the recognized item has a higher value. So, availability heuristic is judging the likelihood of events based on how easily they come to mind, while recognition heuristic involves making inferences based on whether an item is recognized. So, how easily the brand comes to mind and how easily they recognize the brand will make people want to buy it more because of this, right? And recog here. Wow, this is a. How do you spell this word? Heuristics. Whoa, heuristics. Okay. Consumers more likely to choose familiar brands when faced with choices. Companies ensure that their brand is the familiar one through advertisement. Advertising must be directed towards target audience in places they spend the most time. Yeah. Likelihood of purchase / choice. Whoa, oh my god. Choice increases. I will just say pause core. Jesus. Familiarity. Familiarity ensured via advertising targeted at advertising specifically towards target audience and target audiences most frequented areas. Okay, brand image. Brand image increases brand awareness. The more products there are on the market, the more difficult it is to learn about them and choose the right one. So decisions are often based on the brand image rather than the product itself. The promised image of the customer after buying the product is also important. If a product would improve their status, people might buy it. Brand image is especially significant for teenagers' buying behavior, as they are generally more concerned with their social standing. Purchase decisions. Often based more on image than product itself. Promised customer image also important. The product would improve the status, yeah. Promised improvement. Oi. Motherfucker. Purchase, not with a E. Okay. Brand image is especially significant for teenagers buying behavior as they are generally more conservative social net. Okay. Especially important with teens. Teens care a lot about social image. Okay. Simple as that. Effective slogans. Short and catchy. Catchy phrase. Used in advertising to attract consumers. Slogans have a priming effect. Cognitive bias, which occurs when an individual's exposure to a certain stimulus subconsciously affects their response to something else which follows. So it kind of, sort of, let's see. Let's just look at priming effect real quick to get a better understanding. Exposure to a stimulus influence how someone responds to a related stimulus later on. Yeah. So it quote unquote kind of like prepares them to react positively to when they are actually buying it, sort of thing. So, stimulus, which cognitive bias, where a stimulus can prime, we'll say subconsciously, respond in a certain way to a following related stimulus. Bit long, but it's nice to understand it fully. And so through that, catchy slogan rhymes equal to respond to product positively. Regular use of common words in slogans. Bit of a weird bullet point to have there, but apparently that's something. Often happens when regularly used word is associated with advertisements. And last one, a slogan can be updated to match with the times and the target consumers. Slogan can be updated to match with the times and the target consumers. Slogans can be updated for, what's the word? Relevancy. Shifting audience, culture, etc. Heck, I don't know, anything, right? Shift in anything. Types. Business. Business slogan. Oh, here we got some speaker notes. These guys are crazy. Whoever wrote this was prepared. Business slogans. Informational and convey the values. Informational. Convey values. I thought Zara was just like a normal clothing company. I didn't know they were like weird. Okay, whatever. There's no way that's their entire... Is that really their entire thing? Yeah, see? This is... Love Your Curves is like some fucking plus size positivity. Obesity is good fucking... That's like not even their real slogan. Okay, whatever. We'll stop investigating. Okay. Descriptive slogans. Visuals. We'll say appealing visuals, right? Because there's no reason for them not to be appealing. Appealing visuals. Persuasive. Whoa, all caps. Persuasive. It's kind of like a... try to get the consumer to give the product a try, yeah. I mean, it's just like persuading customer. Call to action sort of thing. Creative. Creative. Wordplay. Humor. Emotive. Spark an emotional response among customers. Make us feel something. Spark emotional response. Maybe gain a little bit of connection. I don't know. I'm waffling. We do a little bit of waffling out here. Okay, so we have business, descriptive, persuasive, creative, emotive. Got it. Functions. Functions of slogans. Functions of a slogan, we'll say. I mean, either is fine. Enhance brand awareness, as if we haven't heard this before. Positively affect brand. Slogans can be kept the same or changed to appeal to different customers. That's it's not like a function though. That's not like a okay, weird. It's not a function. So I guess we would say slogan flexibility. Present or kept for a long time as are kept for a long time to cement tradition. I feel like is not a bad way to talk about it. I mean, if I'm loving it is not a tradition, I don't know what is. Or finger licking good, bruh. Come on now. Campbell's good. Never underestimate the power of soup. Oh, they're just an example. Polysemus? Polysemus? I need to know. I just need to know. Okay, it describes a word or phrase that has multiple meanings or interpretations. Word or phrase that has multiple meanings or interpretations. Okay, polysemous pronunciation.
Polysemous.
Polysemous, I was right, let's go. Okay. Polysemous. Multiple meanings / interpretations. And make sure short. That's not a function. Dude, these people know what functions are? How is making sure something like get it a bit short and short memorable conveys meaning. What's next? Applications everyday life. App to Jesus Christ, we just saying this over and over again, man. I don't even want to type it anymore. Brand image and effective slogans. Make up brand awareness. Like, make up the, like, there's other things. Short repetitive slogans are often set to music as catchy jingles. Dude, if this is not the person who made the slide, then Cambridge is just fucking garbage. Can be set to music to increase catchiness. Repetition also helps. This earworm had a priming effect on implicit memory. Looking at Billboard magazine. What is this? Okay. What do they mean by this earworm? As in talking about catchy jingles. As a priming effect on implicit memory. Especially true for relatively small and cheap items like chocolate bars or beauty products. So this is like Veer's ones for sure, actually. Because there's no bullet points or anything. It's just complete, like, what the hell is going on? No connection. Especially true for relatively small and cheap items like chocolate bars or beauty products. Increase for cheap, small items. Okay, what's next? Thingy, thingy, thingy. Thingy, done. Okay, nice. There you go. Let's go over it. So, 7.5.3, brand awareness and recognition. Brand recognition in children. How kids understand advertising through logos. Brand recognition itself is the extent to which consumers, either thing, can identify brands based on visuals. And even 3-year-olds can recognize brands. Brand awareness. Brand image and effective slogans, types and functions, and guidelines. That's all of this. Whoa, what happened? Okay. I don't know why I did that, but I did. Okay. Brand name, logo, slogan are essential to the brand identity. Consumer familiarity stems from the name and other standout qualities. Appealing to customers involves familiarizing the brand with them and distinguishing themselves apart. Linked to availability and recognition heuristic. So the availability heuristic is when... Oh, fuck, what was it? When, like, the first thing that comes to your mind is the thing that you kind of decide on, and then recognition heuristics is the first thing you can, or like if you recognize it, something like that. Wait, let me just see this real quick. Judge your likelihood. Yeah, okay, yeah. So basically, yeah. So, yeah. So availability heuristic is, when you're more likely to choose the thing that, like, first comes to your mind, and recognition heuristic is you're more likely to choose the thing that you recognize. So likelihood of purchase / choice has a positive correlation with familiarity. And familiarity is ensured via advertising, and advertising specifically towards the target audience and the target audience's most frequented areas or like places or whatever, right? Then we have brand image. So, obviously, brand image increases brand awareness. You're going to hear that a lot, I think. Purchase decisions are often based on image more than product itself. The promised consumer image after they purchase the product is also really important. The promised improvement of the customer's status after purchasing the product increases the chance that they'll purchase it. And brand image, brand image is especially important with teens because teens care a lot about social image and standing, more than other people, more than other ages. Then we go to slogans. Effective slogans are effective slogans. Sorry, I have brain damage. We go on to effective slogans. Slogans are short and catchy. Short and catchy phrase, right? They're used in advertising to attract customers and they build brand image. They have a priming effect. The priming effect is a cognitive bias where a stimulus can subconsciously prime you to respond in a certain way to a following related stimulus. A catchy slogan primes people to respond to product positively. My god, slurring my words because I'm trying to go fast. This includes the use of common words in slogans / advertising. That helps, apparently. And slogans can be updated for relevancy, like a shifting audience or culture or tech or whatever, etc. Then we go on to types of slogans. We have business, descriptive, persuasive, creative, emotive. A lot of ifs. But first, business. Business slogan is informational and conveys values. A descriptive slogan kind of describes appealing visuals to the customer. A persuasive slogan tries to persuade the customer, calls them to action, kind of tries to tell them kind of calling them to try the product, basically. A creative slogan uses wordplay and humor to try and get the person interested. And then finally, an emotive slogan tries to spark an emotional response and gain a connection with the customer, which will then hopefully make them buy the product. The functions of a slogan. This part's kind of retarded, but I'm going to read it anyways. It enhances brand awareness and positively affects brand image, obviously. It is flexible. Slogans are flexible. They can be changed to fit the present or kept for a long time to quote-unquote cement the tradition of the slogan. And have it be like more widely known, right? Because the longer it's out, the more people are gonna know about it for longer. It's also polysemous, meaning that it can have multiple meanings or interpretations from different people. And also, a slogan is short, memorable, and should convey meaning. Then, application to everyday life of slogans. Brand image and effective slogans increase brand awareness. It's just like such a dumb sentence. But like, yeah, obviously. Slogans can be set to music to increase catchiness, and repetition in that sort of jingle also helps. And a jingle has been shown to have a priming effect on implicit memory, and that is increased for cheap or small items. Thank you very much for listening. Bye bye.